It's amazing to think that an athlete could make a city as famous as Wayne Gretzky has made Edmonton, Alberta. Oilers fans here recognized his greatness immediately when he arrived here in this Western Canadian city 10 years ago. And he's as difficult to slow down off the ice as he is on the ice. But we were able to catch him relaxing after a game at his latest business venture here in Edmonton, a restaurant called J.R. Houston's. Do you ever look around here and say, boy, have I ever come a long way since the days of my grandparents' farm in Canning, or for that matter, from your upbringing in Brantford? Does that ever dawn on you?
Well, I think sometimes it does. I think sometimes you have to stop and appreciate what you have. And, you know, what I have and what I've been fortunate to get is for two reasons. One, because my family supported me and was behind me so much. And two, because of the game of hockey.
Is it really true that your the first goaltender you faced was your grandmother?
Well, first live goaltender, I think my first real goaltender was my mom's stereo, and I ruined that. But the first live goaltender was my grandmother. She was kind of interested, but when I look back at it and see films and highlights, she really wasn't that interested, because as she was stopping me shooting whatever I was shooting at her, she was watching TV.
Well, wasn't she watching hockey too? Wasn't she, before the Oilers, a big, wasn't she a Leafs fan?
Yeah, she was a big Frank Mahovlich fan. We used to get a kick out of it because she was such a fan. And I was such a Gordie Howe fan, and he was always a competition that went on between myself and her, who was going to win.
Walter and Phyllis Gretzky, Wayne's parents, knew then that hockey would become part of their son's life. Wayne, the oldest of 5 children, laced on his first pair of skates at a very young age, and his father made sure he always had a place to skate.
Well, first year I actually skated, I was 2.5, and I skated in my grandmother's, she had a river going through kind of the backyard that I skated there. And then the following winter, I would have been 3. He built the first rink, and since 1964 till 1988, he's had a rink every year. And people used to laugh how he used to make it. He used to go there with put a sprinkler out in the middle of the backyard and let the sprinkler go all night. And he'd wake up at 4 in the morning and go out there and change the sprinkler. that's how he made his rink. I scored 1 goal the whole year. I was 6 years old, I guess. At that time, of course, there was no house league, there was one team.
Sure.
If you made it, you played. If you didn't, you didn't play.
Yeah.
And I made it, and I was 10, 11-year-olds. I scored 1 goal, and my dad went to every game, every practice. You know, he was a real hockey father.
Sure.
And I don't know how or what, he's psychic or what, but he's got a picture of the goal right from the right angle and everything. He's got it. It's really ironic.
You know, one of the things that makes you recognizable is that you always have your jersey tucked in. I think that's been going on for a lot of years. How did it start?
Well, what happened was, everybody used to knock my size. Everybody would say, well, he's a pretty good player, but he might be too small. And that irritated my father. And as I said, they had 1 set of sweaters, and they're all the same size. 10 years old, they're supposed to be the same size, except I was 6. So the sweater hung down to my knees, and my dad didn't like that, so he used to tuck it in the side to make it look like the sweater was smaller. And I just kind of carried on the tradition and kept doing it. You know, it's totally superstition, and it's kind of like the 99. People started getting used to it, so I just kept on doing it, and I just didn't stop doing it.
Without a doubt, Wayne Gretzky is the most idolized hockey player of the 80s. But even Wayne has an idol of his own, and he picked a pretty good one, Gordie Howe.
It goes way back to 1970, 78. I played WHA All-Star game with him. And Jacques Demers was coaching, and Jacques Demers was coming in the morning and said, you're going to play with Gordie and Mark. And I was just happy to be picked and be part of the team. I didn't even expect to dress. If I did, I felt that I'd play a little bit. And he told me I was going to start with Gordie and Mark. And of course, my eyes lit up, and I ran home to phone all my friends and my family. And that night I came, and again, the sweater was really large. At that time, I didn't have Velcro inside my pants. So Gordie came, and he sewed my sweater. So it was staying on my pants. I still got the sweater where Gordie Howe. I was shaking, yeah. I said, well, this is something the greatest hockey player ever lived, sewing my sweater. So, I mean, he was a wonderful man.
I turned it one night. I had an opportunity to introduce him, and I said, now, the young man I respect a great deal, and often refer to him as my illegitimate child. And my wife was there, and it got a big laugh, which it should have. But my wife said adopted would sound a lot better.
We will continue with our look at Wayne Gretzky, the man, after this.
Our mansion in downtown Edmonton is where Wayne Gretzky's close personal friend and business advisor Mike Barnett has his office at Corpsport. And it is here that many of the decisions concerning not only Wayne's future, but his image are made.
When you look at his record over the years as a professional athlete, every year to be the All-Star, every year to be the league MVP, scoring champion, the consistency that's there every year, year in, year out, the type of person he is, the awareness that he has to give something back to the game, to give something back to the people, to enjoy being a role model for youngsters. I've said it before, and it's easy to say it again. I think Idi Amin could have marketed him. He's a treat to work with, and the people that know him find him to be a better person off the ice than he is a hockey player on.
What is your idea of the ideal time to be peaceful and to take off and to get away?
I guess sports is my life.
What do you do, go to a baseball game?
Yeah, I found that out when I was injured, that boy, if I can't do any kind of sports when I retire, it'll be awful sad day for me. But yeah, I enjoy watching it. I can sit back and relax and watch baseball or basketball or football, and I can just enjoy it and understand the pressures that those guys are going through, and yet not have to worry about it. And that's my way of relaxing.
You've got a partner in this restaurant, a guy that's been a teammate of yours for a long time, Kevin Lowe. What's your deal with Kevin here?
Well, Kevin and I are good friends. We've been together for a long time, and we lived together for a few years, and we roomed together on the road an awful lot. And yeah, we've got pretty much an even-Steven deal here.
Well, it's a high-profile opportunity for me as a professional hockey player, and Wayne Gretzky as well, being partners in a restaurant. And my high-profile situation is I take out the garbage, and Wayne greets everyone at the front door.
But he gets paid well for taking out the trash.
He's got it to Gretzky. He's got the open net. Gretzky, will he shoot? He does. He scores! He has broken the record. Gretzky has done the unbelievable. His 50th goal in 39 games.
If I had to describe Wayne Gretzky, I could probably do it in 2 words, and it's genuinely incredible.
Up behind the net for Gretzky. Gretzky turns around.
I've been playing here with Wayne for 9 years and growing pretty close to him over the years. I feel an honor to be not only a teammate but also a good friend of the greatest hockey player to ever play the game.
I owe my whole life to hockey. It's shown me the world. It's made me a lot of money. It's made me happy. It's made me meet some great people, some good friends, and everything that I have, I owe to hockey.
Wayne Gretzky, the great one. He dominates professional team sports more than any other man in our era. He is something else. Also something else tonight is our roving reporter, Mickey Redmond. I understand, Mickey, you're standing by live now in the Wales Conference locker room. What's going on?
Thank you, Tommy. Ron Hextall joining me. Ronnie, I heard Larry Robinson said you had quite a first shift. The Campbell came out flying. They were right at you.
Oh, geez, they came right at us. You know, we were just getting ready for the game, and they came at us. So they came out hard, and I'll tell you, they had some talented players out there.
What's it like to play with 18 guys that probably are looking to score goals and not stop them?
She's wide open. I mean, you know, every time you know, I play forms, it seems like it's a 3-on-1 or a 2-on-1, but I think it goes both ways. So a lot of offense out there and on both sides.
Ronnie, all the best in your next 10 minutes out there.
Okay, thanks, Mick.
Ron Hextall, Philadelphia goaltender. Now we'll move over to Dennis Potvin, playing in his last season in the NHL. Denny, a lot of memories have to be going through your mind as you play in your last All-Star game.
Well, I am scared stiff to make the mistakes that I've made throughout my career tonight. These players are going to take advantage of me if I do that. It's been a great period, and I'm glad to be here.
What are you thinking about? A lot of things going through your mind from the last many years that you played in All-Star games and in the NHL?
Oh, sure. You know, I think of the players I played with in the All-Star game, and I was just looking around the dressing room, and I remember seeing Stan Mikita smoking one cigarette after another, you know, between periods, and sitting with Red Berenson, who played right here in St. Louis. I mean, those are real memories, you know, that you take home.
Denny, congratulations on a great career, and good luck in whatever you get into.
Thank you very much.
Dennis Potvin, the veteran Islander, and now a quick comment from Mario Lemieux.
J'aimerais saluer tous les gens à Montréal qui nous regardent, puis bien avec nous autres.
The big guy with a few words for the fans out there. I'm not sure what he said, but obviously, Tom, different languages in the dressing room, but when they get on the ice, a common language.
Easy for you to say, Mario, right? We're going to have to go to Berlitz to do these NHL All-Star games from now on. We'll be back with more of our between periods festivities from the sold-out St. Louis Arena. It is 2-1 in favor of the Campbell Conference All-Stars after one period of play. We'll be right back.